Well, since something is wrong with the YouTube editor, what I'm going to do is we're going to go in through the back door so you can get the show today. It was still processing from last night. I'll show you that in a minute. So here we go. Here's the first, since the editor's down or something's wrong, good job, Google. It's only saying processing on it for the last 26 hours or whatever. Alright, here we go. Watch this one. Nothing but problems everywhere. So let's investigate the problems with loading stuff. Very interesting. So, wow, what's happened here? Well, I was just going to show the commercial, but since it decided to do what it did, just so you guys can think about it, I guess I just had to get it from Alex Jones. So now instead of just running it and having everyone having an open mind, I guess I have to get it from Alex Jones.
Guest or even a host in a moment. Arrest them. This is the report up on Infowars.com right now. MSNBC host, your kids belong to the collective. It's beyond that. It's really the state, is what she's saying.
You would have seen this yesterday.
We have a very collective notion of these are our children. So part of it is we have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities. Once it's everybody's responsibility and not just the households, then we start making better investments.
Now, see, that's sold like, oh, the community's going to help mom and dad. We're going to keep your kids till 8 at night. We're going to have school year-round. It's sold like that. But when you understand what lean forward, that's a famous Marxist statement. When you understand this, and again, that's a lower level. The globalists are actually centralized command and control.
So this is what it's doing right now at this very moment, even though I uploaded it yesterday. So please watch the videos from yesterday. I marked them. They're April 6, 2013, 7. There's about 1, 2, 3, about 4 of them on there. So there's Fukushima, there's the Bill Deagle show, and this was supposed to be on it, but see, it's still loading since yesterday, and I did it twice. You can see it was twice I tried it. And you can see something else did process after that, so I don't know. So I'm going to have to do everything in piecemeal, or I'm doing it through the back door and bypassing the editor. So hang in there. This is going to be the show tonight. Well, Pastor Paul Bagley's channel is reporting 241 dead manatees. There's a red tide going on.
Good evening. Thank you for being here tonight. We begin in the skies above Vancouver Island. In the past week, there have been multiple reports of strange flying objects darting across the horizon above Victoria. On Friday, a meteor streaked across BC, working its way down into Washington State. But it's what else was in the sky that night that has many curious, including a prominent UFO researcher who says he's now on the case. CTV's Gord Kurbis has the story.
A meteor tracking website shows the January 11th reports of people sighting a fiery object in the sky traveling from BC towards Washington State. But it seems that a meteor may not have been the only thing in the sky at that time.
There definitely some odd stuff took place on the 11th, and it took place on the island and the Victoria area, all around there, and definitely in the Lower Mainland.
Brian Vike is a UFO investigator based in Houston, British Columbia. That's right, the other Houston. His blog, The Vike Factor, is now filled with sightings from the 11th of strange lights and a triangular-shaped object the size of a school bus over Vancouver Island.
A woman had taken her children to school. She stopped, and this is after a 6:30 meteor sighting. She had looked up, a flash in the sky again, bang, here comes this solid object, triangular in shape, 3 orange balls at each of the points. She watched it move along, it came to a hover, and then bang, all the 3 balls of light went into the center, and bang, this thing was gone.
I looked up in the sky and I saw
just this light coming over.
It doesn't look like it's from Earth. It looks like it's from somewhere else.
We've spoken with Vancouver Islanders before about their strange sightings, and Vike has looked into many of them as well. He's been investigating UFO sightings across Canada with a keen interest in his home province.
What are you?
He was recently sent this video of a strange flying object over the Lower Mainland shot with a night vision camera.
And he's got objects doing all kinds of weird things in the sky at night and everything, and this is on a tripod steady and everything, so it's got some weird stuff.
Since starting, Vike has looked into more than 11,000 reports and says 90% of them can be explained. Usually people seeing light reflected off the International Space Station, and Chinese lanterns or search and rescue flares are often mistaken for more mysterious objects. But every once in a while, reports jump out at them, like this 2010 sighting by a woman near Camel River.
This thing actually rose up from the ground, hovered a little bit, and then came towards her vehicle. By this time, she's kind of, getting a little excited and freaking out. And it went right over top of her vehicle, and it was another triangle.
Vike says 2013 is already starting off with an incredible number of reports. Anyone seeing strange objects is invited to contact him through British Columbia UFOs.blogspot.ca. Gord Kerpis, CTV News, Courtney.
Live, this is One for the Record. I'm Diana, and today is April 7th, 2013. Lots of problems with the YouTube editor. It wouldn't load my show, so alrighty then. Let's move on. The Watchers watching the world. New supercomputer opens for scientific research, blue waters. Discovering the unknown with the alpha magnetic spectrometer. Also, California sea lion stranding. Crisis escalates to epic proportions. Oh yes, the radiation over there. Alright, let's move on. The Watchers watching the world. Recent posts. 11th hour diplomatic mission underway to avoid war. U.S. to deploy fleet of drones to region. We read that yesterday. Also yesterday, 7.0 magnitude earthquake strikes Papua region of eastern Indonesia. E&E News, the Energy News, U.S. Canada. At least you get to see what I look at. Now you see how I'm reading it off the internet. U.S. Canada, radiation epic killing Southern California sea lions. Government experts now checking animals for contamination from Fukushima Daiichi, and that was yesterday. Also, let's move it up here so you can see that one too. That was the day before yesterday. ABC San Diego, alarming report of Fukushima fallout harming U.S. infants. Heads up. Heads up on that. Let's go into Fukushima, Japan. Alrighty, Fukushima, Japan. TEPCO, immediate environmental concern due to radioactive leak at Fukushima plant. Rupture allowed contamination to escape. May already be underground, and that was also yesterday. And again here, let's move this down so you can see the day before yesterday. Kyoto, radioactive leak is up to 120 tons from Fukushima Daiichi tank. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. It is 2 days down to the weekend, and I'll see you again tomorrow on the flip side. Stay tuned. Just for a second, I'm going to try to end this the way I usually do. With Kevin Blanche. And you should have seen the UFO footage. That was supposed to be yesterday. There's a lot of stuff I had attached for you guys. So please go back and look at everything for April 6th. The whole report's there. It's just, other than the UFO, I'm running it today. Alrighty then. Please be safe. Be prepared for anything. And I'll catch you on the flip side tomorrow. I got your back. Stay tuned. Let's see if I can end this the way I want to without their editor.
United States federal law, NRC, to enforce. By law, have to have somewhere to put the spent fuel rods. They promised us they would have the spent fuel rods taken care of by 1976, then by 1982, then by 1985, then 1991. It's 2013, you still store them on site.